Hey guys, it's Jeremy again, Whitlock Engineering. I'm going to take a few minutes to show you some of the new features that we have in the version 20 of WE-CIM. It's the latest release we have. We're going to be releasing it within the next week or so. So I'm really excited about it. I want to show you just the main thing that I like about it. And a few of the beta customers that we've got doing some beta testing for us have just been talking such good things about this new thing we put in here. It's called the Shape Builder Library. Basically what it does, it kind of allows you to build shapes just by plugging in some parameters instead of having to draw lines and arcs or, put in a hole or anything like that. It just builds the shape for you just by giving it dimensions. It's pretty neat. There's a few other things we've done to it. I say a few. There's actually probably 75 to 100 fixes and bug fixes and new features and all sorts of stuff we've done to it. For example, if you look here, this is a user-defined icon for the shape library or a macro you have. Say you have a macro that you use pretty often. You can now put that in an icon on the toolbar with an icon that you can personally pick out to your preferences. So that's pretty neat that we've kind of put in there for you guys. Completely redid the order processor in WE-CIM. It's really helpful. A lot of guys are talking big things about that as well. But the most feedback that we've got so far from the beta guys is the shape library and how everybody thinks it's awesome. I mean, I really like it. It's kind of why it's taken so long for us to get this release out, is because of the Shape Builder Library and everything that it entailed, But I'll take a few minutes and just kind of show you what you can do with it, and I'm sure you guys will like it. Basically here, you got a just regular old WE-CIM. Everything's just familiar to you guys. We'll do a file new, give us a machine setting here. We're going to use my dyne torch, for example. You start off with just a basic, you shows your stock layer like always. Another thing we added in here was the ability to show table graphics, what that means is you can actually see the slats on your machine or whatever you might have. If you got a burner or you got slats, or if you got a punch, you can show you repositioning and your clamps and that sort of thing. But I'll show you what I'm talking about here. For example, you can see all your slats in your machine now, so that's kind of neat. It shows you where your part's going to lay on the table. But let's go ahead and show you the shape library. It's my favorite thing that we've done with it for sure. Just click on the shape library icon. This new dialog will pop up. You can see here we've kind of sectioned them out in different groups here. We've got a special shape selection. We have an ob-round or a slot shape selection. Triangular shape selection, a bunch of circular stuff with flanges, bolt hole patterns, stuff like this, a couple of curves type stuff like half circles, that kind of thing. I got a bunch of rectangular stuff, chamfered corner rectangles, stuff with circles on the inside, regular old box building macro for us here. Basic rectangles, rectangles with squares and circles, a grid pattern for these guys, all sorts of stuff. I mean, anything that you commonly would build on a regular basis that needs to be changed a lot, we tried to throw in there for you. But I'll show you how we build a couple things real quick. Just do a basic rectangle here with a circle in it. You just plug in what the size of the rectangle is. For example, for this one, we'll make it 10 by 10. Make it, the orientation doesn't matter because it's a square. Doesn't matter how you put a square, it's always going to be a square. We'll even put a corner radius on here for us, so the automatically fillet the corners for us. It'll be a clockwise direction because it will be an outside perimeter cut. Reference point tells us where we want to put it on the sheet. We're going to put the lower left-hand corner at 0, 0. The inside circle radius, we'll put that at 2.5. Center point, we'll say 5 and 5 to put it dead center. We'll include some corner holes, so we'll set that to true. Set those at 1/4 inch radius, and we'll set them 1 inch off each corner. Then we'll click execute, and you can see there our part's been built. So it takes a lot of time out of having to manually create arcs and manually fillet everything and draw lines and create rectangles and all that sort of thing. Another one I like is the chamfered one. That's pretty neat. This one allows you to put in a slot in it. It's pretty useful, I think. As you can see here, it saves your previous dimensions on the rectangle you just drew. It's just to standardize how we did it. Here you can just give it an angle and a setback. We'll have it a 45-degree angle with a 2-inch setback on each side. Saved our inside circle radius, but we're not going to include that on this one. For the bottom slot, we'll call it true and give it a 4x1 slot going across the x-axis, not the y. And we'll set the center point at 5, and we'll set it 2 inches off the bottom. Don't mind my errors or warnings there. You see there, put in our radius on all the angles here, and it put in our slot for us. So it's a pretty neat little thing we got here. I like it a lot. It's going to be really useful to a lot of guys. The circular stuff, there's all kinds of bolt patterns. Makes the math really easy for everybody. This one, for example, given the outer circle, call it 8. Our center point, we'll call it 8 as well. Inside rectangle, we'll put a 2x2 in there. We'll give it a bolt pattern. We use 1/4 inch holes. Or no, we want to set the radius to say, we'll give it a 6-inch radius with 1/4 inch holes. We'll put 6 of them in there, and we'll leave the start angle at 0. And there you can see it built our part for us. And then from there, all you'd have to do is tool it up like you normally would any other part you've built. Create associate. Set your cut side after you selected everything. Click apply. Put your lead ends on there. Select everything. Click apply. Set it to a work zone. Select everything. That thing's ready to go. You're ready to coat it, ready to cut it. It's really beneficial. You can see how quick it makes the process of drawing parts. It's really neat. I like this feature in the new stuff a lot. So I'll be looking forward to seeing all you guys upgrade. Another thing we're going to offer, say you have a shape that you want to add to the shape library. We offer a custom program for that now, where you can actually call us and say, hey, this is the shape that we do a lot of. Can you make us a custom design for that? And we're going to start allowing that to customers. So something to be looking forward to. There's just so many different so many different just shapes you can build now. I don't have to go into every one of them would take hours, but they're all pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty cool because if you didn't know on this, for example, if you didn't really know what the major diameter was, all you have to do is double click on the picture, and we've got a drawing for every one of them. So it's really self-explanatory, not such a big learning curve. It's really cool. I like it a lot. I hope you guys do too. And all you have to do to get rid of this is just click on it. It goes away. That's it for the shape library. Don't want to take all your time from you guys, but that's the gist of it. I know everybody that we've showed it to loves it. There's a lot of things we've done in version 20 that I just simply don't want to take the time to bore you to death with. But like I said, there's about 75 to 100 things we've changed, but it's still going to work the same as it always has. Changed nesting a lot, changed order processor, fixed a bunch of bugs that we knew were there. You know, the list goes on for days, so that's why it's taken us so long to release this, but we're finally there, so we'll be looking forward to start advertising this a little bit more to everybody so they can get their hands on it and start using it for us. But that's about it for this video, guys. Appreciate it. I'll be looking forward to hearing from you on CNC Zone, on the YouTube channel. Email us, give us a call. You know, we're always looking forward to hearing some info. Any feedback we can get is great. So thanks again. We'll be looking forward to hearing from you.